Hola, Piferitos.
It's aliens. Hey guys, what's happening?
How you doing?
What you doing?
So welcome back to another episode of
Aliens.
well, Disney meme, same thing.
It's aliens.
And
If you don't know that reference, I'm sorry, but
yeah,
it's because my hair is kind of funky. But anyway,
I'm Cherry.
I'm Gooch.
Josie's finally taking a nap. So first of all, happy Father's Day out there to all the daddies, daddies to be, stepdaddies. Happy birthday, happy Father's Day to you all.
Yeah, and we're filming this on Father's Day. So.
Yes, we are. I might try to get that.
Hey, well,
Get it back
that means
on
it is
today.
Father's Day.
Yeah.
That. Happy Father's Day.
Yep. And to address the elephant in the room, yes, I got my hair cut.
She got all of them cut, except for the ones in the front.
Except for the ones in front. I've done this a couple of times. Basically, if I get tired of the way my hair looks, I just get it all cut off. I get it all cut off, and I just do this time I did a funky pixie. So like I've got this piece here in the front. I can make it look like I can like kind of curl it like this and make it look really cute, or I can fan it out like this and make it look like an uneven bob, or I can just tuck it in and it just looks like I got a cute pixie.
However,
So
that's not why we're here.
that is not why we're here. So we wanted to do a
It's aliens. Sorry.
history channel for
History
aliens.
channel. Yeah.
For
just,
aliens.
Just
look it up.
yeah. Search it's aliens.
Yeah. Your hair is nowhere near as.
It's not as
funky
weird as this.
No,
That would be
no.
now Steve Lachowski.
Yeah,
he can pull it off.
Yeah, our friend Steve really he gets his hair.
So what's funny is the guy looks like he just came out of a hookah bar because he's aliens.
He kind of looks like Paul Heyman actually, like back in the day when he had hair. To me, he looks like Paul. To me, he looks like Paulie Dangerously.
Looks more like Steve Lachowski.
If you're a wrestling fan, you know who Paul Heyman,
We digress.
Paulie Dangerously is. Anyway, so we wanted to make a video and just kind of go over and give some thoughts, not full-on reviews though, because it'll take too long, of the newer experiences that we had at Disney World. Now, they may not be new, like as in like brand new,
But they're new to us.
So yeah, we can do that. Here we go. Well, first of all, I guess the first new experience, definitely for you and Josie, and it's been a long time since I've done it, is we actually drove to Disney this time instead of flying.
And it wasn't that bad.
It really
From where we live, it's about 8 to 8.5 hours total drive time. It's kind of I don't want to say a straight shot, but once you hit 95, it's a straight shot down. We picked up 95, I guess just north of
it was close to
it was close to Charleston,
yeah.
north of Charleston.
Yeah. From Charlotte, from Mount Holly, it's 45 to 77 to 26 to 95 to 4.
Yeah, so it's all it's all interstate, but it was a pretty straight shot. Traffic was really a non-issue. We got caught up in a little bit of rain early on, but once that cleared up, we kind of got moving. But yeah, it wasn't a bad drive. Orlando drivers are
nuts.
Yeah, they're a little crazy, but
nuts. You know who you are. You're nuts.
People can say Charlotte drivers are crazy.
We know that.
And I lived in Atlanta for 5 years, and that's way crazy.
And we lived 2 hours from
DC, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I've driven in Chicago before, and that's crazy. So I mean, it's just all a different form of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So we passed the time. Of course, we had music, and Josie slept for a decent portion of it. But
the other thing we did was Cherry came up with she didn't come up with it, but she did a thing where she wrote down all of the states, and our job was to find a license plate for each state.
Yeah, I called it which plate.
Which plate,
is what I call it.
And
I don't have the list with me, but we wound up we
were only missing like 5 or 6.
Only like 5 states.
But we also included some provinces, Canadian
there
provinces.
Are a couple of Canadian provinces. We got Ontario and Quebec. Yeah. And we also had several U.S. government
there was
plates.
Well, it's 95, so I mean.
Yeah, so So that was kind of interesting, but it was a nice little way to kind of pass time and stuff.
I strangely
like that.
got into it.
He did. He actually kind of stepped up a couple times. It was like,
what's that plate?
What's that plate? So it was.
And there was one time I was like, slow down. What's that plate?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. Hey, did you get that?
Yeah. So I kind of took a little bit of time out. A little.
It helped pass the time.
Kind of helped pass the time.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, we did stay off property, which is the first for us. For the first night, we stayed at. I cannot.
Well,
remember.
we were supposed to stay at the Spring Hill Suites.
Yeah.
And there's a Marriott. There's like a trio of Marriott family hotels.
Yes.
Right there near Disney World in Orlando.
It's near Disney Springs.
It's near Disney Springs. It's not really a stone's throw from Universal.
Yes.
And we got there, I guess it was around 10 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
And the one frustrating thing is getting there late, that we had reserved a king room and a king bed, and we got there at 10, and even though we reserved it, they were all booked.
Yeah.
And I guess it was a first come first serve, even though it was reserved. So
that doesn't make sense at all.
Because we kind of reserved it as a king. So they ended up putting us in one of the sister hotels right there in the same complex,
Yes.
which is walking distance
Yeah.
with a king room, because we weren't happy with two doubles when we had reserved a king.
Exactly.
Because I have to be able to spread it out.
So do I.
Because of aliens. That's going to be the theme for this video, isn't it?
I hope not. But so once we got to the park, and another news for us was we stayed at Coronado Springs.
Yep.
Beautiful resort.
Yes.
There was a lot of construction going on, but it didn't really.
Didn't take away.
It did not take away anything, any sort of experience for us.
And we've been there for dinner before, but this is the first time staying there. The campus is very spread out.
It's huge. I think I think it's actually bigger than Port Orleans Riverside.
Yeah, I think it is because Port Orleans Riverside. I think what made it seem bigger is Port Orleans Riverside. You had walkways like in the center.
Yeah.
Where you could get pretty much from any side of the resort.
And they had a lot of that closed off.
Yeah, well,
at Coronado.
Well, no, there's a lake.
I know.
With no bridge.
There used to be a way that you could get to it, but
I mean, you
can. I guess they closed it off.
You walk it all the way. You have to walk all the way around. So
yeah.
it's a hike.
Hopefully that's one thing they're gonna work on.
But the pool was on the other side of the lake from us.
Yeah, so we wound up not even going to the pool this time.
It was a hike.
We could have gone to the quiet pool, but we just decided we were in the parks.
Yeah.
Parks.
But another benefit to us driving is we had the Jeep there.
Yeah.
So
we were in the casitas.
Yeah, we were in the casitas. We were in Casitas 5, so like the furthest one away you could possibly be. That's the one we were in. So I'm glad we had a Jeep. So if we wanted to go up and get a snack, or go up to the main lobby or whatever, we could just get in the car and drive.
Yeah.
And the other thing that we did is when we were going to take the bus into the park, we would park right beside the bus stop.
We cheated.
Yeah, we cheated.
It's called saving feet.
And when you have a 3-year-old and a stroller and all that stuff,
and a torn plantar fascia in your foot,
and you're in a walking boot.
Yeah.
It wasn't aliens.
Not this time.
Not that time.
Okay, so actually in the parks, right off the bat, we had a new experience. Josie did the Pirate League.
Yes.
She had done Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique during the December trip, and we hope you're enjoying the December vlogs. I'm still working on those. And then this trip will be
the May.
Yeah. But Josie loved it. She was little Miss Sassy Butt.
She was made up as a mermaid.
She was made up as a mermaid. It was like, if you saw any of the pictures on Instagram.
They did her hair, and then they did her makeup, and she had this green like mask thing going on.
Clip, like the little seashells. She was little Miss Sassy.
And she was Miss Sassy Attitude after she got made up, because she was like posing like.
And she gave it to Captain Jack
Yeah,
Sparrow.
that was the first time I'd actually gone to see the Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, he had never seen that.
I'd seen it, but I never stopped to watch it. And he's sitting, Jack Sparrow's going through his thing, and Josie just starts laying it on him, and it like distracted him. He's like, I don't speak Chinese.
Yeah, and kind of moved on.
But she was giving him the business.
That's my mommy. That's my daddy. You leave them alone. It's like,
just let him have it.
It's like it's Captain Jack. He's our friend.
It was great. Though.
It was hilarious.
Josie says, that's my mommy and daddy, and we don't take crap from no one.
Yeah, that's right. But she got a couple new, if you saw the haul video, they take you into the little secret treasure room, and the mermaids go into this book and find a necklace that matches the bracelet that they give you when you're doing the when they put the makeup on.
And it's like a seashell themed necklace and bracelet. It's really cute.
And we did not do the costume this time because it was like 5,000 degrees and we didn't want her in the costume, so we just let her have her hair and makeup done. And
she got her nails done. I swear, this little girl, the entire week after she had her nails done, anybody that would look and pay attention to her, she would go up and say, "Hey, it's me," and then she would go.
Yeah, showing off her nails. They were a lot more, colorful than ours,
but she was like right there in
like
the face,
right there
just
in the face. Like Josie, like Josie, calm down.
She was letting everybody know.
Yes,
that she's arrived.
That's right. So another first for us was we did breakfast and lunch, not on the same day, but we did both the breakfast and lunch quick services at Be Our Guest.
Yes.
We had in December we had done the sit down dinner, but this was the first time that we did
the quick service.
The quick service. I will say this: the food is nowhere near as good for breakfast or lunch as it is for dinner.
No, it was good.
But
it was good.
And the ambiance is fantastic. The pre-ordering service that they offer for 30 days before
really good.
Do it.
Take advantage of that because you're gonna cut your wait time. If your wait time is 60 minutes to get in without ordering, it cuts it down to like 6 minutes.
Yes, literally. Yes, definitely. Definitely take advantage of that. Another new meal for us was a new character meal, which was Trattoria al Forno, the Bon Voyage breakfast that included Flynn Rider, Prince Ariel, and Rapunzel.
Yes.
It's not a buffet. It's actually you pay a set price and then it's like an a la carte menu. You order. Yeah. It's kind of like Cinderella's Royal Table. Mm-hmm. You order which one you want off of that, and
it was good.
The food was good. The character interaction was great.
Was fantastic. And you're out there on the boardwalk.
Yes.
Is where it's located, and the service was really good. The character interaction was great.
Yes.
And Flynn Rider teaching Josie how to smolder was fun.
Yes, you'll see that in the vlogs. Yeah. It's really, it was really cool. But it's definitely something I recommend if you can't get into Cinderella's Royal Table. I usually recommend Akershus, but I definitely recommend this as well because this is, and it's
plus you don't get the Prince interaction in many places.
You really don't unless you're at the
1500 Park Fair.
Yeah, that's Prince Charming, or at the Christmas party if you're able to get in to see the princesses.
And I don't know anywhere else where you can meet Flynn Rider.
I don't think there is.
Unless
it's at the Christmas party.
Yeah.
So this was also our first time experiencing the Flower and Garden Festival.
Take your allergy medicine.
Yes. Okay. First of all, I can't honestly say we're going to do this again unless it's earlier into the spring.
I will say it was absolutely gorgeous,
beautiful.
The topiaries are amazing. However, my allergies were torn to pieces.
And usually it's mine that's like that.
It hit him
hard. It hit him hard.
And it's funny because it wasn't. It didn't bother me any other day except for the Epcot days.
Yes.
And when we were there, and what's funny is when you were walking around the park, I wasn't the only one because I heard, "That's you."
Yeah, and my eyes would get itchy and red.
So
runny.
The pollen count is like way up during Flower and Garden Festival.
Yeah,
and it makes sense.
And being 5,000 degrees.
There's that, and it was humid.
Yeah.
But for that. We've done it. We've seen it now, and it was really beautiful. But the allergies were wow.
Maybe if we hit it at the beginning of the Flower and Garden Festival, they're not as
not as in bloom.
Yeah. We did not get to do the eat around the world like we wanted to.
Yeah, we made one stop.
We did make one stop.
We got the pork chop right there.
Was it the pork chop or the lamb chop?
It was a lamb chop.
It was a lamb chop. Oh, it was really good.
At the very first kiosk.
Yeah.
As you turn left going into the World Showcase.
It was really good. I've got to go take care of something. Can you talk to them about another new restaurant for us, San Helen?
San Helen's kind of funny because she gave me bunny ears. Of course she did. So San Helen is that restaurant that has the Three Caballeros ride, and we always go in to do the Three Caballeros ride. Well, because it's the Three Caballeros, and you can't not ride that. But we went and we would always go ride that ride and say, "Man, that smells good, and it looks like a nice restaurant. We should eat there." Well, finally we did, and we had heard mixed reviews about San Helen. Some people saying whatever, but our experience was really good. We enjoyed it. The food was good, the service was good, ambiance was amazing, and then we read Three Caballeros right after. So San Helen was a plus for us. We enjoyed it.
You can also talk about more about the farm.
Yeah, I mean. The big thing about Flower and Garden Festival, for the takeaway for me was that it is gorgeous, and I wish we could have done more of the concerts that were going on. And they do have some exclusive pass holder memorabilia you can get there. There's 2 T-shirts and a couple of pins you can get at one of the kiosks right before you get into the World Showcase. But that overall, it was worth it to go see one time, but the allergies were just too much for me personally. I'm looking to see what she has written down here. Next, where is it? Okay, so now I get to fill time. That's dangerous. Because it's aliens. I have no idea what she's going to do, but she had to take care of something. Must be aliens. It's aliens, I'm saying. No, not really. But yeah, Flower and Garden Festival was worth going to see one time, and as far as visually it was stunning, but I can't do the allergy thing. Normally allergies don't really hit me as much, but they usually hit her, and I don't know why they didn't hit her like they normally do. But for some reason it was me this time, and I should have, maybe because she always takes allergy meds every day, and I had not been doing that, so I think that's probably what it was. She was already taking the allergy meds, and I took her last Zyrtec, I think, while we were there.
Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, even with taking the allergy medicine, it was still like...
So San Helen was a fun stop.
Oh God, it was
good. It was good. The salsa was really good. I enjoyed that.
Oh, I did too.
Okay, so...
the next new experience that we had was the early morning magic in Fantasyland.
Now, we overheard some people talking afterwards about, and all these people paid all that money. Well, first of all, it wasn't that much money.
I mean, not when you consider the fact that you get in an hour and 15 minutes ahead of time.
Right.
And you get a meal with this.
And you get a meal that you don't have to take. You don't have to have the meal until after the hour and 15 minutes is up. You just get into, you have your wristband.
Yeah.
And you go into...
As long as it's before 10 o'clock.
As long as it's before 10 o'clock. And we literally got on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train
five
times in that hour and 15 minutes. And 3 of those times were back to back. And
I think we rode, was it Peter Pan twice?
We rode Peter Pan twice. We rode Winnie the Pooh
once,
and we rode Seven Dwarfs Mine Train 5 times. Because Josie's favorite
absolute favorite ride. I will say that if you're not a fan of those 2 rides, I would not suggest
those 3.
Of those 3 rides.
I wouldn't suggest it.
I wouldn't suggest it.
It's the only ones open.
It's the only ones open. I mean, they literally will stop you if you try to go into another land. They will stop you, like if you try to go to Adventureland, they will stop you at Peter Pan. Because they do patrol that. But if you are a fan of either 3 of those rides, go for it.
Now, one thing I'll point out for check-in, they've kind of changed how they do the check-in.
Yes.
You don't have to do the check-in at the front of the park to say, "Hey, I'm here." and they just kind of let everyone that has a reservation go into Main Street, and then the check-in for all of your reservations, including be our guest or whatever whatever it is that you may be there for, unless it's Crystal Palace because you pass by that. You go to the left as you get toward the castle, and you go up toward Liberty Square, and that's where they check everyone in and let you through. That way, they can kind of do some crowd control, and
Yes.
and it once we figured it out, it worked pretty well. It was pretty quick.
Yes.
So
But and the breakfast, the buffet breakfast that you get at Pinocchio's Village House is fantastic.
it was really good.
I
I mean, it's your normal buffet type thing. It's sausage and eggs and bacon, and
but the food is really good.
But the food was good.
But if you're a fan of those rides, any of those rides,
It's worth it.
It is well worth that.
You get more time on those rides in an hour and 15 minutes than you would in an entire week at the park.
Yeah, and it's limited. I mean, they only sell a certain number of tickets, and it is an extra charge. So.
Per person.
I highly recommend it, though. We had a blast.
Yeah, we had fun.
So the next new experience we had was actually the next day. First of all, it was the first time that we had actually been to Disney Springs.
No, we've been to downtown Disney.
Well, we've been to downtown Disney, but like in December, we didn't get a chance to go to Disney Springs at all. And plus, I think at that point, I was so overwhelmed with the idea of trying to find an ADR anywhere at Disney Springs. I was just kind of like, oh, let's not even attempt it this time. But this time, since we had the car, we decided to we did not spend an entire day at Animal Kingdom this time. We actually took our time at the resort, chilled out, got a late start, and then we went to Disney Springs first to just check things out before
we
lunch.
had lunch at.
We'll get to that. We still did not get a chance to really explore the new areas of Disney
We saw
Springs.
all the old places of Disney.
Yeah,
Disney that we'd always been to.
Because we wanted to go to World of Disney, and I wanted to go
She
to
wanted to go to
Basin.
Basin.
And
now I've heard, thank you, Sprinkle Me Disney, that there is a Star Wars store, and we think it's called Galactic Outpost.
Outpost, I think.
My mission is to find this place.
Yeah.
And go there.
My mission is to find the new Sephora.
Well, that's her mission. My mission is to find the Galactic Outpost. Because aliens.
But what we saw, it was gorgeous. The way that they have the parking now with the parking decks is great.
Yeah, we parked in the orange deck?
Orange deck, yes.
And so parking was easy. Now, one thing that I love about this parking deck is it tells you when you're going in on each floor how many parking spaces are available. It has cameras monitoring this, so it's up to the minute, up to the second. And then when you get up to the floor, it tells you which rows have the parking spaces that are available.
Yes.
And then it has a light over the open spaces.
Yes.
So the parking was amazing.
It was
as far
awesome.
as that goes. So you go in, you find your space, which is really quick because you don't have to go searching. You know where they are because they tell you. Then you get then you go down to the elevator. Go right down, or you can walk down the stairs. But we had a stroller, so we went to the elevator, went down, and you're right there in the heart of Disney Springs.
Yes, and it looks beautiful.
Yes.
But
we should have gone left though. We went right.
We went right.
We should
have gone left.
We should have took the left turn at Albuquerque.
We should have. But another new experience was at Disney Springs with a dining. We had lunch at Art Smith's Homecoming.
And we've heard so much about this place.
It did not disappoint.
And there was so much anticipation, and I was ready for a letdown, but the letdown did not happen because it was freaking awesome.
The fried chicken was so good. The potatoes were so good.
It was.
I had a chocolate cake. He had the hummingbird cake.
Oh my God. The hype is not over. Okay, the hype was hype. It may not have been hyped enough.
It was
because that place is off the chain good.
And the service was great.
Yes.
I mean, big thumbs up on that one.
Yes.
Let's see what else. We did quick service. Something we don't normally do. We actually did some quick service at the resort. We ate at Pepper Market a couple of times, and
Pepper Market had been getting some mixed reviews, but you know what?
It was pretty good
while we were there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was maybe just some people catch it at a bad time because that does happen from time to time. But for us, it was good, and we went in there 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, we had both breakfast and dinner there.
And you know what? For us, it was pretty good. So
yeah, we really enjoyed it. Another new thing for us, which is now open to everyone, but we did the annual pass holder preview at Animal Kingdom for Pandora. Now we did not get to ride the river ride because
the line for the Flight of Passage was so long.
Yeah, and we had to do rider swap because Josie's not big enough to get on that. So I wound up standing. The one with the hurt foot wound up standing in line for
an hour.
It was over an hour. It was like an hour. Well, it was like an hour and 15.
Even though it said 45-minute wait, I think they had not updated it.
Yeah,
it was the red card had not made it through yet.
Yeah, it was a very long time. But I got to see the really cool queue line. Flight of Passage is amazing.
Oh my gosh, that thing's soaring on steroids.
Yeah.
We'll talk. We'll give a more in-depth review about it when we can. But
if you want to hear our review of it,
it's an amazing ride. I will not wait 6 hours for it.
Absolutely not. Yeah, opening day when I saw like 360 minutes on, you guys go right ahead.
So and I'll kind of caveat that I won't wait 6 hours for anything. I have a hard time waiting 30 minutes for most things. And I think 45 minutes might be my max wait for anything. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
So 360 minutes, that's too much out of my day that I have so much more I can do other than sit in line for that 5-minute experience.
Yeah.
So
I don't like to wait either, especially with my feet and knee and everything. I don't like to just stand around. I like to keep going and experience things instead of waiting in line.
Yeah. Now Pandora, it's visually stunning.
One thing that got me was when you walk into it. It's the old entrance to the old Camp Mini Mickey. You walk into it,
you can't hear anything
outside of Pandora. You cannot hear anything coming from Animal Kingdom at all. It's just like this kind of silence, and then you start hearing the Pandora creatures. It's so cool.
Yes.
And that's coming from someone who's not a fan of the movie.
I like the movie. She didn't really like the movie, but
the Pandora.
Sorry, James Cameron.
Yeah, sorry, but the attraction is fantastic.
Yeah. It's like I said, visually stunning. They did a fantastic job, as you would expect Disney to do with the theming. But it's. I can't wait to ride the river ride when we go back in. We go back.
Yeah. That's definitely the one we're going to fast pass. I can do without doing the other one.
Flight of Passage. Josie can't do it yet.
Yeah,
so.
she won't be able to do it for quite some time.
Yes.
But another new experience for us actually was the California Grill. This was we try to do one signature per trip, and this was our signature.
And it was our anniversary dinner.
It was our anniversary dinner. We had our anniversary buttons on, and we were all kind of dressed, not dressed up. But,
we were business casual. I had a collared shirt on.
And that's what it's basically theme park casual is the thing. But I wore a skirt, and I never do that.
I think I did have shorts on, but I did have a collared shirt.
You did. But they saw our buttons, and we weren't anticipating any sort of special treatment, but they did see us and wished us happy anniversary. When we got up to the top, we were seated with
right up against the
window with the absolute best view of the new Happily Ever After.
Yes.
Which is another new experience. We did not get to do it while we were there at Magic Kingdom inside the park because I was done. My foot and my knee were done. I just couldn't. I don't like sitting or standing somewhere for 2.5 hours just to get a spot to watch something. I have to have.
You gotta be moving around.
But we literally just sat. We sat up there, had a wonderful dinner. The food there is no
great.
joke. It's so good. But the view of the castle, you can see the projections really well, and the fireworks. The only thing that kind of ruined it was Josie had a massive meltdown.
But that was our fault.
It was our fault. We did push her a lot.
We pushed her that day without a nap.
We really did.
Yeah, so
and she doesn't like to nap in the stroller anymore.
Yeah.
She just doesn't.
So we should have gone back to the room, napped before dinner, but we didn't.
Yeah, we should have, but it's still, the view is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And the food, it's definitely
The food was great.
It's my new favorite.
And the service was fantastic.
Yes, the service was fantastic. They gave us this ginormous, delicious cupcake for our anniversary, and they packed it up and we took it back to the
room.
Yeah, it was. Oh my god, it was so good. Definitely big thumbs up. It's definitely to me my favorite, my new favorite signature.
And that's saying something.
Yeah, because we've had some really good meals.
Yes, we have.
Another new experience. Well, it's not a new restaurant for us, but we did the breakfast for the first time at Garden Grill. The breakfast is really good.
Didn't disappoint.
It didn't disappoint. I think I prefer the meal as far as food goes, but
Do you mean the lunch or dinner?
The lunch or dinner.
Yeah.
But it was still really, really good.
My favorite breakfast on property is still at home.
And we did do that, but we've done that before.
Yeah.
So another new experience, we did the lunch instead of the breakfast this time at Akrus's.
Yeah.
I will say that I think I prefer the breakfast.
I do. I do too. The lunch was good. I just really enjoy the breakfast and the
potato casserole.
Yeah, it's good.
But if you can't get it for breakfast, the lunch is fine.
And the character interaction with the princess is really good.
Yes.
But you're gonna get that at the breakfast.
And this time they did not have Aurora. They had Jasmine in place of Aurora for the the regular lineup, which was definitely a different experience.
Yeah.
Another new experience. I had done this before, but it had been a long time. But he had never done it before. Was for our dinner at Rose and Crown. They once again saw our buttons for our anniversary.
And they got us front and center for Illuminations.
They got us right at the railing on the water to watch Illuminations, and we timed it perfectly because our dinner was at 7:50.
And we learned from our mistakes on that one and got Josie a nap, and she absolutely loved the fireworks.
And it was Josie's
jumping
first.
up and down.
It was Josie's first time ever watching Illuminations, and
Yes.
she was just like.
She was loving it. The fireworks would go off, and she was jumping up and down and clapping, and she was a happy girl because Mommy and Daddy got her a nap. We learned.
It was phenomenal. We actually did go back and took naps before
dinner.
And it was needed, especially my foot.
It was needed for everybody.
Everybody.
So.
Our last new experience was a different restaurant. It had never been open before when we were there because we're normally there in cooler weather months, and it's a seasonal restaurant. But now apparently it's open full time, and it's the Diamond Horseshoe.
Yes. Now I'll tell you. I don't think it was new for me. I think I'd been there before.
Yeah, because they used to have a show there with like dancing girls and stuff like that.
See, what triggered my memory was the player piano.
The player piano, yeah.
And the reason I think I've been there before because there's a lot of places at Disney World that trigger memories for me from my childhood because I had been before when I lived in 1977.
You were like 3 or something.
I was 4.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
So I think I had been to the Diamond Horseshoe when I was 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah.
So going back and seeing that, I was like, I remember this.
Yeah, but that place does not get the love that it should.
You know, it was
food
good.
Was so good. It shares a kitchen with Liberty Tree Tavern at Pecosville. Oh my God. But it shares a kitchen with Liberty Tree Tavern, and the food was great. The service was excellent.
The service was excellent. You know, they didn't have exactly what Josie wanted, so the waiter went and got what Josie wanted.
Yes, he went and got her chicken tenders.
What she wanted wasn't in, because it's family style, and what she wanted wasn't in the family style offering. So he went and got her what she wanted.
Yeah.
That is Disney magic.
Absolutely.
Because happy girl means happy day.
And
unfortunately, that was our last day at Disney World.
Yeah.
We were leaving right after that.
Yeah, we literally left like right after that, and we could have shopped around a little bit, but
Well, we did shop around a little bit because we
but-
got Josie's birthday present on the way out.
But I was so done. I had to. I was in so much pain. I could barely walk at that point.
For those of you that missed it, the reason she had torn her plantar fascia tendon playing softball the week before we went to Disney World, so that was like perfect timing.
Yeah, it was great. Some of the other new experiences for us were, although we did a little bit with the annual pass holder stuff in the December trip when we purchased the annual pass, we really took advantage of it this time with I did not realize how many souvenirs we had bought until we got in the car and saw all the bags in the car.
The 20% discount is no joke.
It really is not. I mean, if you have the means, please do it because it is so choice.
If you have the means and if you're gonna go
at least twice a year,
more than once per year.
Yes,
I would say at least twice to get your value out of it. But but not only the discounts from the shopping standpoint, but some of the meals that we paid for out of pocket that weren't on the dining plan, you get discounts on that too.
Yes.
So I mean, you can get your value out of it if you use it.
Yes. But
and free parking. Don't forget
free parking.
Yeah, because
we actually
drove to the park a few times and it's free parking. So.
Yeah. So what we would do is if we had an early morning at the park, we would drive there or at one of the resorts, we would drive there and be like close to like the front row of for whatever parking.
And parking's like what, $20 a day?
$20 a day.
$20 a day.
If you're an annual pass holder, you get them for free.
Thanks for the $20.
Yeah. So that is a definite advantage. But what we do is we would get there early, park near the front, and then go back during the day to nap, and then we would take the bus.
And take the bus back.
And that saved some of my feet, but it still hurt a lot. But just really reveling in being an annual pass holder was, and some of the new touches of Disney Magic, I'd never seen this happen before. The guy came up to us on our first day. We were trying to figure out what to do because it was in the Magic Kingdom on a week, on a Sunday, and it was so crowded. Everything was like 15 minutes. We'd burned all of our fast passes. And I was trying to look for something that was before like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
It was 11.
Yeah, it was like 11.
We'd run through all of
and I was trying to find something that started before 5:30 and couldn't barely find anything. And this guy saw us kind of planning, and he asked us our name, and we told him, and he started writing this thing out. And
we were just chatting.
And it was a fast pass for any park, any ride.
Anytime.
At any time.
It was literally the super Mac Daddy fast pass of all fast passes.
Yeah, and I think they give this out like if you complain about something. We weren't complaining.
We were just sitting there, and then on top of that, he walked us over to Winnie the Pooh and got us through the fast pass on Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, without having to use the old Mac Daddy fast pass.
And then 3 or 4 days later, we were back in Magic Kingdom, and we decided we're going to use it again.
On Haunted Mansion.
We decided we're going to use it on Haunted Mansion because Haunted Mansion was a 40-minute wait.
And that never happens.
So we go in and we're like, here you go, can we go on? Oh, don't use that for this, just go on. So we got 2 uses out of it.
We got 2 uses out of it.
So we basically got a 3 for,
yes,
because we got Winnie the Pooh, Haunted Mansion, and then we ended up using it on Pirates, didn't we?
No, we used it on for the princesses, Cinderella and Elena.
Right. Yeah.
So that was a ridiculously long line.
Yeah, we wanted to let Josie.
Yeah, but because we had come out of the other princess one there, Tiana.
It was Cinderella and Elena was the one with the long line. That's the one we fast passed, and then we came out. We went directly into the line.
Because that one was only like a 20-minute wait. And it wound up only being like 15 minutes for once. And some new characters that we met that we had not met previously. Joy and Sadness.
Yes, Joy and Sadness.
Great interaction. Very long line.
From Inside Out. It was the line was like an hour and a half.
They said it was an hour and a half, but it only wound up being like 45 minutes. But I had to go sit down because it was.
And I said a little bit ago that I'll only wait so long, but this is a thing where Josie has started to really fall in love with this movie, and we knew that she would lose her mind, which she did. when she met Joy and Sadness, and she loved it.
Yeah, and some other new characters. We met Star-Lord and Baby Groot.
Yes.
Now, the guy did not look a thing like Chris Pratt, but he sounded like him and had the mannerisms down perfect.
He had that down, and but Baby Groot.
Cute. Oh, and BB-8. And BB-8.
And we met BB-8.
We met BB-8.
She hugged
I got the
BB-8.
hug.
So did Josie.
Yes.
And what else? Were there any other new characters that we met? I think that might be it.
I think that might be it. I think that's it for our new experiences.
Yeah.
So if you have had any of these experiences before, comment below. Let me know. If you would like a more in-depth review of any of these, like an in-depth review for us to talk about of any of these subjects, put them in the comments below, and we will be more than happy to do that for you. And another thing is, I got an email from Mickey's Mystery Box. Apparently they had seen our unboxing videos and loved them, and asked if they could put one of our videos on their website.
So of course we said,
I'm like, yes, I was honored. So thank you, Mickey's Mystery Box. We should be getting that box sometime next week. So that's going to be a new video that's going to come up. I'm kind of segueing into, you know, what's coming up. I think the next thing that we're going to do, as far as like this type of video, we may do like an early preview of our upcoming November trip. Just, you know, some of the dining experiences, and, you know, what our loose plans are for, you know, for the time being. And then we're going to keep doing the December 2016.
And then we'll transition into the May trip vlogs.
Yeah.
But don't forget to go out and search aliens. Don't forget.
I don't know that dude.
Aliens.
Just look for History Channel Aliens guy.
Aliens.
That's I don't know his name.
Aliens. I searched aliens and found it. He's like the Bob Ross of aliens.
He's nowhere near as cool as Bob Ross, actually.
No.
But anyway, so that will do it for us. We love you guys. Thank you. We have, I think it's 186 subscribers now. So we're getting close to that 200 subscriber thing. And you know what happens at 200 subscribers? It would be a giveaway. So, you know, tell your friends, share some videos. If you want to interact with us on Twitter, please, all of our social media is below. Oh, yeah. Brer Rabbit says hi. So anyway. So for Josie,
Gooch,
I'm Cherry.
This is Brer Rabbit.
And this is Brer Rabbit. We are the Disney Beams. So as we always like to say here, love, peace, rock, and a little bit of pixie dust.
See ya!
We'll see you real soon.